All right, so now we're recording. Everybody ready? You guys ready to party? You got some cards locked and loaded because we are here yet again for Fair Magic, a video audio memorial presentation. Rip in peace, Ian Grimshaw, run over by a Zamboni in broad daylight on 29.
It was gruesome.
Pour one out for him.
Grimshaw is fine. We're here to discuss rares after
Bling,
uncommons, but we're not doing mythic rares, just regular rares. Did I miss anything? No. So we're talking about rares. This is what we usually do. We come up with crazy cards with a large amount of text. For the purposes of avoiding making mythic rares, they shouldn't be like insanely complicated or like one-ofs.
I'm gonna apologize for this card right off the bat.
All right, what you got?
I think we can have like a debate over whether things are deserving to be
Maybe we
mythic.
can like pull it back. What do you got?
I got so it's a sorcery. It's a 2-drop.
Okay.
He's a 1 red always, and then the second mana cost is one of the 5 colors, not including colorless, like not including wastes.
Yeah. You were talking about this one.
Yeah. So it has to be one of those 5 colors. So the first part, you will always get a shock for 2 damage to any target.
Okay.
And then if you put another red into it, so basically if you pay 2 red at sorcery speed, you will get
this card is going to be
1 damage to any target. So it basically would be 3 damage to any target for 2 red at sorcery speed. And then so it's always going to be the shock. And then if you put a green in, return target land card to your hand from your graveyard.
Ooh.
Black, give -2/-2 to target creature.
Oh my god.
Not counters, just for the turn.
Yeah, shock and disfigure.
Yeah.
That's nice.
At sorcery speed for 2 different colors locked in. Blue, bounce target creature. And then white, flicker a permanent until unstep.
All sorcery.
Man.
All sorcery. And you have to use one of those. So you can't
5-color charm.
Yeah, it's 5-color sorcery charm
The
at
way
2
I
mana.
think it's going to end up being worded is you can't cast the spell using colorless mana symbol, right? Because then they have to use a color.
You can just, you're going to have to come up with a new symbol that has all 5 split mana in it. That's the problem.
I know you want me to.
I know you don't have to do that, but just make it some weird conglomeration of colors. Womp, 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 womp.
Just a pie chart.
Yeah,
So you could pay colorless and
no
red.
No colorless.
You can't pay
You
colorless.
have
not
to
allowed
pay
to play
2. It is it's red for
Gotcha.
1 and then any of the 5 colors for the second
Oh,
one. So
okay.
it is
So it's
always
reds.
a 2 color requirement
All
card.
right. Viewers can weigh in on this one as well. I'm pretty sure you could do red and generic 1, and then in the text say you can't pay for this with specifically colorless mana, and that would meet the criteria
Probably.
of
Yeah.
what you're shooting for. But I will design a pie chart for you because I love you, Brian.
You just got to slap. Yeah.
I'll open up Microsoft Excel.
Just put a pie in there.
A whole pie. All right. Sounds
Preferably key lime.
good. All right. So this is the one I had ready. And I was like thinking about rares. I was like, we need another XX artifact creature that's like $30. So I'm going to swerve and not do the one I was talking about before. This is a XX create an creature with X +1/+1 counter tokens on it. When it dies, it makes that many servos. And then you can sacrifice, if you wanted to be turbo pushed, sacrifice 3 artifacts or return to your hand. Or sacrifice 3 servos or return to your hand. Depending on how much money you want that card.
So it
cost.
always comes in with 3 servos and it's an XX creature.
No, it's an XX creature that comes in with +1/+1 counters. It dies and makes that many servos.
Oh, okay.
I think that's fair magic.
Stamp. Snoop Dogg's there, and we will. What's the smash cut today?
Oh man.
Gin and juice.
Yeah, might as well.
All
What
right,
other-
I've
what do you
got a one. It's a play on Riskfarter. It's called Riskfarter.
Oh no, is it silver bordered?
This is we were gonna do a cycle potentially or a number of 50 centers.
Okay.
This is the
50
first of
cent
the
rares.
50 centers. Riskfarter, 2 red sorcery. Your target opponent chooses 2. This spell deals 5 damage to target player. This spell deals 5 damage to target creature. Each player discards his or her hand and draws 3 cards.
Whoa. How much does that cost again?
4 mana.
And a target opponent chooses 2.
Opponent chooses 2 of those 3.
Oh,
Is it
man.
An opponent or target? opponent?
Target opponent chooses 1 or 2 of the 3.
I think that's.
I mean, that sounds very EDH-y, obviously, because none of those are really good for you if you're in one-on-one. Like, choose to shoot somebody for 5. I guess it's gonna be me. Like,
Well, no, you get to pick the targets.
oh, you get to pick the
Yeah,
targets.
you'll
so
pick
they
targets.
pick 2 of the modes, and then
They'll
you pick
two
targets.
modes.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. That's kind of nice.
I think that's pretty good. I think it's fair provisionally.
Discard your hand, shoot for 5. What were the other 2? Or was there only one?
It's shoot a creature for 5, shoot a player for 5,
Okay.
and then everybody discards their hands, draws 3.
And draws 3. Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like Chandra Blazes
Yeah.
minus.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair.
I like that.
Stand by it.
Especially at sorcery speed, it always makes it,
Yeah.
not so good.
All right.
Yeah, you don't get to use the cards first.
Yeah.
How about this? It's 6/5 for 6, 2 of it green, hexproof death touch. It's just a rare, just a beater.
All right, go one more time.
5 mana, 6/5, hexproof death touch.
What colors?
Just mono green.
How many green symbols?
2.
I think that's
Hexproof
fair.
Death Touch. It seems pretty fair. Yeah.
Is it a
like,
50 center?
that depends on the format,
Yeah.
kind of.
I think
Like-
it would if it's rotated out of standard. Yeah, it's a 50 center.
Yeah.
If it's still in standard, it's potentially.
Yeah. I mean, any given standard, yes. I would say this standard, it would probably struggle to compete.
I mean, Carnage Tyrant's a thing. It's
Yeah.
uncounterable instead,
Yeah.
and hexproof, and has trample. No, it doesn't
And
have
it's
trample.
just bigger.
right? Yeah, it does have trample. Yeah, the card's gross.
Yeah,
and
I
it's a
think
6/6 or 7/6.
I don't think
so 7/6.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Carnage Tyrant is fair. I think that card's a little strong.
It's not even like owning the format though. That's the thing. Like the decks that play it, it's good against the
Well,
decks that
it could
are
be
kind
it
of
could be
winning right
argued
now.
that the reason it's not dominating the format is because the answers are also not fair.
Yeah.
So
But, I mean,
if-
so it's
if-
not fair if the other things are
if
way more
everything's
not fair.
not
so-
fair, if everything's not fair, is it fair?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Or is it Yu-Gi-Oh? That's the end result of that
I don't know.
balance mentality.
Settle
I
the
think.
wreckage seems pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good answer to it. And they kind of built that into the block a little bit,
did.
I assume.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, consecrate and consume are pretty good ways to answer it too.
Yeah,
Oh man, we didn't even.
I'll take
We
it.
gotta do that in the future. Split cards.
Yeah, split cards would be great.
I,
Great
I,
show.
I tend to be skittish of formats where it's like design 2 to 3 times as much card, please. But like,
And balance it.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more.
uh,
All right, this one, the last one was Little Big Spell. And this one is Mantham. It
Okay.
is a white, and 1. It is a sorcery.
okay.
Its base ability at that cost is +1/+1 to all your mans, all your creatures. So it's just any of the basic anthems regularly, but it has Kicker 2. So for 5 mana, you can give +2/+2 to all your guys. Or for Kicker 4, +5/+5 to all your guys.
Can
So
you-
for 7 mana, you can't do all of the kickers. You
Okay.
can only choose one.
That's what I was gonna ask.
So for 7 mana, it's +5/+5 to all your guys in white. But you can use it early, late. So it kind of like transforms into being more useful as the game goes on. You can fire one off early if you're playing a 4/0 on your white weenie deck, and then it just continually makes them kind of compete with bigger creatures later in the game.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's fair.
Yeah, I mean, sorcery speed, it's 2 colors, so
Oh, I just remembered one I came up with a little while ago. Like another double X card. Blue red, 2X. Choose one or both. Counter target spell, CMC X. Cast a spell from your hand, CMC X, without paying its mana cost.
So is
see.
Electro Dominance as a counter spell?
Yeah!
I think that's good.
Seems
a
like
little
it
more
would be
situational.
it's
very
4 mana
difficult to
minimum.
pull off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, that's not easy to do. But
Most of the
and
time
then
it's
you're,
going to be...
you're spending 4 mana to counter a 1-drop and then cast it.
We'll add a rider to it to make it more interesting. Cast spell CMC X or less, that spell can't be countered.
I mean, that
okay,
seems pretty
makes
fair.
it a little more
'cause
playable.
at 4 mana, you're still only casting like if they cast a 1-drop that
Yeah,
you
and they
feel like is
can
worth-
also just counter the
exactly.
X thing. Like, just make some guess, I guess.
It
It's
seems
a-
fair. Seems real fair.
It's a 50 center for sure.
But with chance for abusing it.
The wombo combos.
Well,
If
maybe.
you had like a maybe like a blue red wizard in that same format that was an uncommon that reduced this cost to cast like a that electro goblin blue red boy,
Yeah,
it makes spells cheaper.
yeah,
Might be good.
yeah.
Biomancer's familiar, dude. That card is ridiculous. I can't
Yeah,
believe they printed it.
Electromancer would make that just a blue and a red to counter 1-drops, right? Because it would reduce the mana cost.
Down to
Yep.
Does it
3.
reduce each X,
Yeah.
or does it? Just to 3 then? So you would still have to pay 3
It's
mana for
yeah, it reduces one of the two
One of the
X's.
X's,
yeah.
Yeah. All right, I got a card. It's called Flurry of Frogs. and it's a
Okay.
rare, and
You
it's
have my attention.
it's an instant, and it's 3 and a blue and a green, and it reads: each player creates X 1/1 green frog tokens, where X is the number of creatures that player controls. Tap all non-frog creatures your opponents control.
Interesting.
Ooh, so you get to tap them. It's like a cryptic. You tap them out. Like if you have a bunch of other stuff in play, it's about to swing because you're obviously trying to be a token deck. If you're trying to take advantage of this card because you want to be on the plus side of this.
So ideally, you have, say, 4 creatures out and make 4 frogs, and they have 2. They make 2 frogs. Their other 2 creatures get tapped at the end of their turn, so you can swing with everything.
That's pretty solid.
5 mana.
You know I like frogs though. I'll give it the fair just for the frog.
As frogs fly across the screen.
Flashback
Rain of Frogs.
to the episode where I just talk about frogs, but it's like black and white, so you can tell it's a flashback.
Fuck it, frogs.
Yeah, now I'm trying to think of some stuff. Like, there's definitely things I'd like to play.
You got Gitrog. You got Plaxcaster. They got the Leaping Frog Boy.
You got the frog spirit from
Uncommon
Dominaria, right?
Frog Spirit from Dominaria.
Yeah.
My
Yargle.
boy Yargle.
Ooh.
We got the Uncommon from Ravnica, the 3/1 flyer when you cast an instant. Leapfrog.
Yeah, leap. Yeah.
Actual Leapfrog.
Yeah.
There's frogs. They're out there. Spore Frog.
Yeah.
My boys, there are some like
There's some very powerful frogs.
MTG All-Star like VIP frogs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're back. This is getting really elaborate and intricate. We gotta nerf
It's only
this.
crushing you. This is all your fault.
Just punishing myself. All right, you got another one for us, Brian?
No, those are the 2 things I wrote down with my Vincent channel.
Okay, the spirit of Vincent.
I've got a side note for you. I think one night your theme should be cards that have to do with streaming or the process of making a show, like a web show. Just like all related things, like audio equipment is like a card, and
Yeah, I want to do a sci-fi episode actually. So I feel like that'd be pretty fun.
that would be good.
All right, so I'm gonna come up with like one more completely off the dome, 100% improvised, and then we'll go to the Pinterest lightning round. You guys ready?
Yes.
Good.
All right. It is a triple black, and you can search your opponent's hand, library, and graveyard for a card, and then exile all copies of that card across.
Didn't you make this one already?
I made Sadistic Sacrament.
So I was like, I was like, this is gonna be like Sad Sack. It's gonna be exile something from there. I was like, I knew it.
I love those cards, man.
But I feel
it's-
like you made this one before, but maybe not.
No, I didn't make this one. I made Sadistic Sacrament where you could just get everybody's decks for
yeah,
free,
yeah,
but this
yeah.
lets you search their whole shit for a specific card. And you don't have to name it beforehand. But it's
Gotcha.
3 black.
And you can exile it and play with any monocolors.
No,
Or just
you just
Just hose it,
exile
gets
it
all
and all
copies.
copies of
Oh,
it.
so it's just gone. Okay.
So you
So,
play
like,
3,
yeah.
you look at their whole shit, and you're like, that card, out.
Kind of like when
Oh,
people,
yeah.
like I play a legacy deck where
Sure.
people side in surgical extractions against the stuff because I'm putting Grizzlebrands in the
Yeah.
yard. My deck plays one of every other win con in the yard in the sideboard.
Mm.
So it plays a Grizzlebrand, a Dark Depths, a Vampire Hexmage, a Thespian Stage, and then it plays a bunch of tutors to go get them. So that card would straight up just hose me
Yeah,
as long as I can get it. But in legacy, it might be a little slow.
yeah,
just
3
'cause
black mana.
3 black. By that time, I've hopefully had a Grizzlebrand in play
Do you
already.
think it's fair for 3 black?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
And it would. I think that would see standard play because Nexus of Fate deck. All right,
Gone.
You didn't cancel. You didn't cancel this thing, or
I think
counter
it'd
it
be
somehow?
it's those kind of cards are always sideboard. I think first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
but yeah, but it,
I
it
just
would
want
be
him.
okay.
I just want him to nerf people in EDH. Like that's all I care about, really. Let's be real here.
Well, it gets a copy of one card.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah,
you take
for-
the Micaeus and
Yeah,
then
I
they
just
can't
go take
combo.
whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there are there cards that search for one card out of their library already.
Yeah, Praetor's Grasp.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
real good.
I actually designed a card like that real quick. It's blue black. It's called Acceptable Loss. Search an opponent's library and exile a card from it face down. You may cast that card as long as it remains exiled and may spend mana as though it were any mana of any color.
Dude, the
So-
Gonti ability is so nice.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so
Yeah,
much
they
fun.
finally figured that shit out.
Just
Yeah.
let you use your mana how you want.
Thief of Sanity plus that card, the tutor from an opponent's library.
I like that.
That's very nice. All right.
I'm assuming that's a sorcery.
That's a sorcery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we design all spells except for your 6/5 Hexproof Death Toucher?
All right, we
I
gotta-
made a lot of frogs.
We got to
Oh,
come
that's
up with
true.
a.
I mean, that was a spell, right?
we got to come up with another creature. How about this? Triple green, 6/1. It's got trample haste as an elemental.
I mean, it's a ball lightning.
Damn it!
That lives.
Time shift to ball
It's
lightning.
a ball lightning that doesn't die. I mean, ball lightning doesn't die at the end of turn, does it?
It does. You have to sack ball lightning.
Well, yeah. You made Ball Lightning but better, but in a different color shifted.
Yeah.
How about
I like
this?
it. It's like, I mean, I kind of like that.
All right, I got a rare for you. How about this? Blue and a 1/1, and then you can pay some mana to mill a card, and then they get +1 or +X+O equal to the CMC of the
Oh,
mill
word?
Got him!
What is that card?
What was the rare version of Mindshrieker that we came up with?
I mean,
Not double flying, because
I made
Is
a
it
red-
uncommon or something.
I made an uncommon. I also made a red version.
Yeah, but we were talking about one that was rare for this podcast right before we got on, but we don't remember.
I mean, it was flying twice and Mindshrieker's ability twice.
Flying
Keyword.
Flying twice, can only be blocked by walls. Mindshrieker's ability twice. But not the keyword, like the whole text. Like, it's just gonna, like...
Card is obnoxious. Our unset is definitely having like, some weird Mindshriekers
The
in it.
Mindshrieker cube.
Every card is a
I got denied Mindshrieker in
Oh
the
my
cube.
God,
We already
no.
went over this.
I
In a
got
real
your-
powered cube, they said it would be
Shut
too
down.
strong.
Nick Rogers was like, nah. Shout out to Nick Rogers. All right, no, I got one for you. It's a real, like a legit Mindshrieker rare. You ready for this?
Yes.
It is a Theros enchant creature with Bestow 4.
Okay, so like double blue and 2.
Yeah. Gives
All
him
right.
flying, gives him that ability. Yeah?
Does it give him any pluses? Just 4 mana,
Plus
give
one,
a
plus
creature
one?
flying, and
Yeah, flying +1/+1 Mindshrieker ability.
I like it.
And then it
That's
dies and
hilarious.
becomes a Mindshrieker.
I love it.
There you go. We
Oh,
did it.
Mindalon.
Mindidolon.
Mind
All one word. All right.
No, it's got to have that weird AE in there.
Mindidolon. All right, I nailed that pronunciation. I'm never doing that again. All right, Pinterest lightning round.
Let's do it.
Pinterest lightning round.
That's my lightning noise somehow.
Smash cut the Pinterest lightning round. It's not working.
Da, da,
Ow.
da.
He's going to cut all this. Don't worry about it.
I definitely cut things from videos, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm actually pretty excited about this Pinterest lightning round because there's a lot of images that I wanted to put into commons and uncommons that were just too fucking wild to be a common or an uncommon, in my opinion. So now I'm going to show you some images.
That's right, commons and uncommons. Keep your terrible art to yourselves.
Got him. It's not terrible. It's grounded art. All right. So we got sort of a geodesic theme here. Maybe a land or an enchantment.
I go to green. Like,
I got a good one for this.
go ahead.
All right, so this could be. I'm gonna call this an enchantment,
Okay.
and it's a green enchantment for like 2 and a green.
Okay.
And it reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control an even number of lands, draw
What?
a card.
That's pretty cool.
I came up with a green sorcery that, since I'm on the sorcery train tonight, it kind of looks like raise the
We
ruins
haven't
or
had enough
something.
sorceries.
Return 2 land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped
Ooh.
for green, and 2.
Green, and 2 for 4?
Yeah.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah, this person looks like they're kind of like raising some ancient ruins out of the ground, all mystifying like.
Fetch lands,
Actually,
return to me.
I went to a similar place for this card because this looks like somebody is fixing all of the damage that Kozilek did with her crazy like geodesic wastes. So basically, it's like a 2 mana enchantment, maybe more, depending on. So this is like return to Zendikar. Waste you control, tap for any color.
It's pretty good.
I think that's very fair.
Yes.
Very fair.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. That would be a rare, I think. All right, nailed it. Next one. Feast. Oh man, some wild shit in here. This is the one I was telling you about earlier. Just like
Oh,
completely
my.
insane conceptual art. There's like I don't even know how to describe.
There's a
it.
lot going on here.
They're like mazes. I sound like I'm on LSD right now. There are like spherical mazes that are planets, and there's like a minotaur floating in between them, and there's a lady with red thread. It's a whole thing.
I just imagine this guy searching for that didgeridoo. Somehow didgeridoo has become some type of power artifact that the Thrawn had secretly imbued. That
No. All right, what are we thinking?
Maybe a red artifact if it's got minotaurs involved in the art, and it kind of looks puzzle-like and complicated.
A minotaur boost. I
In
know
an
you want that.
artifact.
Anthem, dude.
I mean, it just could be the Minotaur's Maze or whatever. The old classic mythic tale, isn't that? They throw you in the maze and there's the Minotaur at the end. You can like exile a creature and it gets lost in this maze essentially. Kind of like, but you make it like a red activation, and you can only exile. It has like it's got to be rare, right? So it's got to have some type of downside to it.
All right, I got one for you. So it's a like an interdimensional maze, and then it has it's pretty expensive, like 5 mana. Then you can tap it to exile a creature, and then you can tap sack it to return all creatures exiled with it to play, tapped and attacking.
So
Activate only during combat step.
So it would have to be only your creatures then.
Yeah,
It'd be all of a sudden they're attacking you on your turn, like, oh
It's
no!
like a
got myself.
slightly more offensive Hell Vault.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the first thing I thought was
Or
Maze of Ith.
if you wanted to save yourself a ton of headaches, you could have them return to play, and they can't be blocked until end of turn.
That could
That'd be a
work.
way easier way to
Make
do
it
that.
like sorcery speeding, and then yeah.
I was kind of thinking about it like Maze of Ith almost, but more just like an O-ring Maze of Ith. So like
Yeah.
it's 2 mana, and then you pay like 1 and tap it to exile target creature under it, and then it untaps, and it's just, that creature stays there. But if you ever want to exile another creature with it, it returns the last creature to play, like they found their way out of the maze or something.
Yeah.
I got a 25-cent rare version of this card for you. Whenever it's a 6 mana artifact, and whenever a creature attacks, flip a coin. If you win the flip, nothing happens. If you lose the flip, untap them. They are no longer attacking.
I like that.
Coin flips are very red.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
I guess they can't attack until end of turn, so you can't just spam coin flips or whatever.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say.
Actually, here's what I think. I kind of think because like she's connected to a thread. It looks like
Yeah.
it's going between these planets, so it's almost like she can only find her way through if she's already been through it. So like something about how maybe creatures, once you play it, the only creatures that can attack are creatures that have already damaged this game.
What? That's so nuts.
Or another way, I was thinking, like if you exile or if you untap one creature with it, you can't do that creature again. It gets like a counter of like a lore counter or something.
Like a
Like
gold-
it knows how to get through the maze now.
What's
like,
the Orification or whatever it is? There's a card that turns creatures into gold statues that can't attack. It's a white enchantment. It's an old card.
Oh, I like it. All right. I think we've gotten everything we can out of this
Dun,
card.
dun, dun,
So
dun.
much more than I expected.
Good luck.
All right. I don't know if this is going to make a good card, but I do really like this art. I'm going to try to make it bigger. So it's like a tiny island, and there's a person with like a fishing rod, and then it just a monster that can eat the island in one bite coming out of this cloud because it's all floating in the sky.
Is the monster made of rock? I can't quite tell.
It looks like a normal alligatory
Okay.
monster.
Okay.
Honestly, I think this is probably like a sorcery or something. Or just like a giant
Like the fishing
creature.
theme, I kind of like somehow randomizing getting a creature. Like you bit off more than you could chew. You caught old Bessie, the big sky creature.
Gain control of the largest creature in play, and it deals damage to equal to its monarch. Ah!
Yeah, and, like, you get to keep
That's
it, but it
pretty
gives you
solid.
some business on the way up. Like
The blue, red, and 1, and then dome yourself for however much it is. I love it.
It's like reanimate, but for stealing.
Are we gonna do better than
what,
that?
what mana cost would that be at? Because that's kind of nice.
I said blue, red, and 1.
Blue, red, 1. Take the largest power creature.
Yeah, blue, red, and 1 sorcery. Take the
I think
largest
this
power
is.
creature.
I think it has to be double blue, because like most steel things are double blue.
I
They
would
are.
double blue and red. I would snap pick that. Like, oh, that's so.
3
spicy.
mana is pretty good.
Does it also get haste because it's red?
If you're gonna make it red, yes. I don't think it has to be
I think you
red.
got to stick an extra mana on it if you're going to give it haste too.
Yeah, it's possible.
Double blue, red, and 1. Dome yourself for a power creature. Gain control with haste, and it's a permanent gain control effect.
Yeah.
I want that card.
Ooh, but does it untap it too?
Oh.
So if it swung at you, like so, yeah, you can really only use it the turn they play it.
Yeah, I don't.
'Cause it
Yeah, I
becomes
don't
tapped.
mind. Like, I'll play it the turn they play it for sure.
Oh, you have to, because the other way they would swing it at you, and then when you
No,
gain
you-
control of it, it's still tapped, and
yeah.
you can
Doesn't do anything for you.
you
for
can
an extra
swing
turn.
back
Nah,
on your
man.
turn, but yeah,
I
you're
got
not
my
gonna get a
puppet
block.
master. I got my puppet master in play. I'll untap it. Mm. All right,
Big scary sky
I
man.
like it.
do one more. How we doing for time? We're looking good. All right, one more. Save the most difficult one for last.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's like an angel. There's like a crazy Howl's Moving Castle device behind it. And also, you'll notice in the corner of the screen, 2 naked people.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a first.
It kind of looks like an EDH card. Like everybody gets to do something. Like here's a little bit of everything going on. Like you get to choose one of these modes. You get to choose one of these modes. Or, yeah, almost like a sneak attack or show and tell, but slightly different. Like
Ooh, okay. I've got an idea here. I think this is I would make this a legendary creature.
Cool.
As that like big figure.
the other
And
one
I
in
think
the white thing.
he's like green and blue and red, and he's like a progenitor of the earth. And when he comes into play, you choose 0, 1, or 2, and that's the number of lands players may play each turn.
Ooh.
Just
And we'll make him,
permanently
like-
changes the rules.
Yeah, we'll make him like 2 and green, blue, red
That's wild.
for like
Alright.
a 4/4.
Here's what I would
I
do.
feel like you're always going to pick 0 because you're going to be ahead in rocks
Yeah.
and just be like, no, stop with the lands. Oh, I also
this-
have hexproof on this man
We're
somehow.
going to break our rule and make these are going to be mythics for sure. Mine would be a 5-color 5/5 angel, and when you cast him, you choose left or right, and then each player looks at through the deck of that direction, picks a spell, and casts it for free.
Oh,
I like that.
I like that
kind of,
too.
That's kind of like the randomization of that.
is that
yeah.
on ETB? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a tap ability. He just does that.
I was gonna say when he hits a player.
No?
That seems way fairer.
A little harder to pull off, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. That's pretty.
Okay.
Good luck with that one as well, Future
Maelstrom
Will.
Archangel
Oh, man.
for everybody
Oh, that'd be
for
nice.
other decks.
Bulweir heavyweights, but for spells, and it's your general, and you're playing 5-color. Wait, do you just fill your deck with shit? Good luck.
Have fun with
It's
it.
all just ramp and flicker.
Or
it's all-
everything that they cast is like good for you somehow.
It's all group hug and like
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
you can't cast spells like that weird golem and stuff. I want that, dude. All right. Well, this has been Fair Magic. Come back to us next week as we conduct a seance and visit Ian from Beyond the Veil.
We miss you.
Kratos!